Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I'm in my office and I want to record for you guys. I don't know about this light here. I don't have too much to talk about, but I'm sure I can come up with something, right? I actually have a few notes so that I can remember to touch on some things. First of all, it is Monday, July 22, and my first time ever little mini staycation. Vacation more for me. Staycation for Tony, because he didn't work all week last week, and he wanted to just stay home, you know, stick around, not go anywhere, not do much of anything. And I thought, I'll take a vacation too. And mine felt more like a vacation because I stayed with him for the week. And I was out of my apartment. I would come home every day, go swim, whatever, take my shower, get clothes for the night, you know, if I was going out. And we did go out, I think 3 nights, Sunday night, Wednesday night, and then I went out Thursday night and Friday night, and then together again on Sunday. I was busy all weekend. I stayed home Saturday night. That felt good. But Tony did work 2 of his days off. That's right. They called and asked him if he would come in. He got a nice bonus for doing so. But he did work Thursday and Friday. And I guess I must have come here. I don't know. I might have stayed there and edited videos or do whatever I was doing. But it was fun. And I will certainly be doing that again, taking a little bit of time off, stepping away from the stuff that I do all the time. It's hard. It's hard for me to do that. But, you know, I was able to still do some of it. I just wasn't, like, forcing myself to have a sale. I didn't have a sale last week, but I have one now. It's Monday, and I started my sale. But I'm going to fabric sales, in case you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But I am going to go back to now just listing that, putting items up, I should say, whenever I feel like it, when I have something cut and, you know, whatever, instead of just doing it a particular day per week. Because then it puts the pressure on and I'll be like, oh, I don't have to do another sale now till Monday. And then I drag my feet about getting stuff ready when realistically I would have to get stuff ready every day to be ready for that sale. And then I panic and then I worry and I stress. So I'm just going to cut fabric when I feel like it and list it. And, you know, I'm just going to try it back that way. I've done my sales all different ways. And so I'm going back to that for now. So let's see what else. What's on my list? Haven't gone to an AA meeting in a hot minute. I did not go at all last week. The week before I went to one because I haven't gone back to the meeting place that I love so much. And then the other one that I really like, I wasn't able to go because I was out on those nights that they have a meeting. They don't have a meeting every night at that other place. So I went to one and I ended up not liking it. And then last week I didn't go to any because I was so busy going out. And again, couldn't go to the other one that I like because I was busy going out. And that comes first. I mean, the meetings are just because I enjoy being with the people who are somewhat miserable. It makes me feel not so messed up, you know? And I do it just for the sobriety reasons, not because I'm worried about drinking. It's just I'm trying to figure out still, because I never worked on my sobriety the whole time I've been sober. I didn't. I was a recluse and I was a hot mess. And now I'm trying to work on myself, how to make decisions as a sober person and how to socialize as a sober person, because I didn't have many skills and I tend to still do things that I would do, or hard to explain, but it's like I still make choices as though I was a drunk because I was one for so long. And even if I was sober, I was with a drunk husband for 16 years. I never know if it's 16 or 18. I can't remember. But anyway, that's why I go to AA, just for those reasons. I might go tomorrow. I'm going to try to go to a meeting tomorrow night at the other place that I just like. I am still on the fence as to whether or not I will ever go back to the place that I loved so much. I don't know. I don't care at this point. Tony and I did a Q&A video. Did you watch it? Did you? Did you? If not, you have a chance. You can go see it. I will link to it down below, and I'll put it on the end screen at the end of this video. You guys sent him some questions, and he answered a bunch of them. And it was fun. I was, you know, nervous the whole time because it's scary, even though I have done YouTube for 10 years. It's different when you're sitting with somebody, you know. With Skylar, it was easy because she just kind of like worked her way into my videos. One of the very first videos, I'm in the car, and she was very young, so I was able to just say, you're going to hear Meme talking, and don't worry, I'm just doing a video, and just stay in your car seat. And she ended up getting out of her car seat and sitting in the middle and just like looking at the camera and stuff. And that's just how it all started with Skylar. And I look back at some of those videos and I'm amazed at how good she was. She was able to talk, and, you know, of course she was able to talk, but I mean, she was able to do it freely and comfortably, and she would look at the camera, and if she would show something, she would put her hand behind it like I do so it would focus. It was just so cute, and she was fun and she was funny, and I miss those days. I don't know if she would ever get on camera. I mean, she has. When I would take her to therapy and she would get in the car, she'd say hi. And the reason I haven't been doing that is her therapist left that practice and went somewhere else. There was a break, so she will be going back to that therapist, but I think it's only like twice a month now. And Derek usually takes her, but I told him, you know, the next time, let me take her, because I missed that. I used to love the time I spent with her in the car on the rides. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I was nervous with Tony, but you know, Tony is very just smooth on camera. I have to constantly stop and what the hell was I talking about? That kind of stuff, because I can lose my train of thought right in the middle of talking. But I think we did really good. I think we did good being, you know, thrown together like that. Without having very much experience being on camera together, you know. But little by little, I told you guys, little by little, you know, we were going to work our way to that. And so you'll be seeing us, I'm assuming on both our channels, his and mine, you know, together a little bit now and then. So do go watch that video. He also has a video up of the slot car races that he went to at his friend's shop. And they have a racetrack in the back of the store in the garage, or I don't know if it's called a garage, but in a building. And he went there on Thursday night while I was out dancing my ass off to Rock the Boat at Lafayette's. And so he has a video for that too. And what else do I want to tell you about that? Oh, he's got his Patreon set up now too. And he was talking in the Q&A, and I think he had mentioned that to me before. But he was talking about how he wants to collect donations and to help St. Jude and Toys for Tots. Those are his two picks. And I told him that even when I was in Maine, I would say that I wanted to get into some volunteer work. With Skylar when I was here, that just never panned out because Skylar, like, you know, went from age 12 to an adult. You know, she skipped a lot. And I just wasn't, you know, the person she wanted to be hanging around with all the time, which I knew would happen. I'm just hoping that comes back around, you know, and I should make more of an effort, but she's always busy. I'm always busy. Derek's always busy. And in the summer, she's 2 weeks at a time with each parent. 2 weeks with her mother, 2 weeks with Derek, 2 weeks with her mother. I almost can see her more during the school year because she's always with Derek. I think she sees her mother only every other weekend. During the school year because Derek has sole custody. Anyway, so see how I forget? Oh yeah, so I guess I was talking about, oh yeah, Tony has Patreon set up and you can become a free member. Now, this is fairly new because I've been with Patreon since like almost the beginning for a long time. And you can become a free member. And since Tony started Patreon and I was helping him with that, I decided to look into the free member. I became a free member to him, so I would see how that works. So now I see. You can become a free member, and I did not know that patrons can give exclusive content to free members and the other members, or you can do public content for everybody. So like when I do videos and like the 20 free books that I do twice a week, those things are public. Anybody can see that, but I still always put them on my Patreon because Patreon is also good for the search engines. So I do it for that reason. So you can become a free member if you just want to see what Tony posts there. But then if you want to see anything exclusive that he does, I don't think he has anything exclusive at this level. He has the $5 level if you want to donate to help the 2 charities that he likes, and also to help support everything that he does on YouTube and all that stuff, because he's not monetized at all. So you can go check it out. And if you don't want to do the $5 per month thing, you can just become a free member, and you'll still be aware of the stuff that he's doing. And I will link to his Patreon in the description. He also has a blog. I mean, he's like me. He's everywhere. So that's what you need to do, you know, when you want to make a living off this stuff, which I do, and I think it's cool if anybody can. So I'm always trying to tell him, yeah, you can make a living off this. But he's only 58, so there's a little bit of time there before he retires. But I say, you know, you could retire early if you can get monetized and do all the cool stuff that you want to do. And I was very fortunate to be able to work for myself. 30 years I've been self-employed, all with doing things online. No, my first business was an advertising business, which I've never really talked about. I did that for 3 years, and then I went online and I figured out how to use the internet and how to use eBay, and sold stuff. And, you know, it's been a nice 30 years in that aspect, because I work around the clock if I can, and I'm addicted to that, but I do not have to leave my home to go to work. I feel very, very fortunate that I was able to make all that work for me. Okay, what else is there? Oh my goodness, yes, and I am going to bring this up. I know I'm talking a lot about Tony, and I know some of you don't like that. Is this a Tony channel now? Is that what y'all gonna be doing, just talking about Tony? First of all, I do want to remind you that my channel is all about the stuff that I do in my life, and because I love fabric, I sell fabric, I talk about fabric. Because I like to sew, I like to crochet, I love to do those things. I wish I had more time. I show you those types of things. And because I like to sit and talk to you in my car, I do that, and I take my camera with me everywhere I go. And now I'm seeing Tony, and that's going really, really well. It's part of my life. You know other parts of my life too that I don't talk about anymore. You know the part of my life that was with me for the whole beginning of my YouTube career up until a couple of years ago. That was my mother, and me taking care of my mother, me being morbidly obese, and dealing with that, and me being a recluse and completely shut in with such anxiety and no social skills at all, didn't want to go anywhere, couldn't even have comments on. I was so stressed out about that. And then you watched me move, and you watched all the hell I went through with that, and I'm still going through it. And, you know, so then you started watching me date, and just because I've dated a few guys doesn't mean that I'm just like pushing my way through all these men. I'm fortunate that I have met anyone. I'm surprised, literally shocked. And then I met Tony, and gotta say, this one is by far the nicest guy I have met. Nicest, by far, by far. And we get along really well. There's no tension, there's no stress, it's just nice and easy, and we do the same things. But again, I'm going to remind you, like I always have, that doesn't mean it's going to last. And that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with parting ways and me talking to you guys about another guy down the road. Because I like to be with someone, I really do. Do I need someone? I don't need anyone for most of the things. I don't need a man to support me. I don't need a man to, take care of me in that way. I'm good with that. I don't even need to live with a man. I'm okay living alone. But I do like a man to do things with. I like a man to hug and kiss. I can't get that from even a pet. So many say, oh, I gave up and I'm just you know, it's just me and my dog, and that's all I need. Well, I'm not fucking kissing a dog, I'm sorry. And even if I do kiss dogs, because I do, it's not the same, it's not the same. I like that kind of attention. I like to have an attraction between a man and woman, or two women, two men, whatever is your thing. There's an attraction there, and that fucking feels good, you know? I just like that. So, yes, and I get very heartbroken when things go bad, and I get destroyed. And my patrons and YouTube members who pay to listen to this bullshit, they get to know that side of me a little bit more. You know, I'll be devastated. And even while I was devastated this last time, I, you know, took a few weeks, maybe a month, and reached out, even though I thought, I'm probably not ready, but I don't want to wait until I'm ready. I thought, you know, I've got to try to find somebody else, and I chatted with a few guys that didn't, you know, interest me at all, and then there was Tony with his long hair and his profile picture, and we chatted for 4 days. We met, and then we decided, hey, let's do this again, and we did, and, you know, it's just happening, and I'm very, very happy that it did. But again, don't be like, oh yeah, she's just gonna fuck this one up, or she's not gonna like him, you know, whatever. You guys don't know all of my life. You don't know the things that I've been through, or how I am, or whatever. So that's why I talk about Tony, because he's a big part of my life right now. I mean, I spent all of last week with him. We go out together. We record together. I go do his car things. He comes and does my dancing thing. Only he doesn't dance, but he's there. And so you're going to hear about him, and you're going to hear about my other things that I do still, and you're going to still see me sew and crochet and all that stuff. Okay? So I guess, is there anything else? I don't remember. Oh, yeah. So Tony. So he's a good cook. He cooks. And he made a very simple recipe. And I'm not even going to tell you in case he wants to do it on video. And it was carnivore-ish. It was butter and then flavoring. And I'm okay with seasonings, flavorings, as long as that's not the bulk of my meal, right? And so I told him, you got to show this on a video. It's so simple. And I'd never heard of it. And some of you probably haven't either. And it's a recipe, and I said, you know, you could do some recipes, and I liked rock hound recipes. But then I told Tony I was going to ask you guys if you would like to see him do some simple recipes. I think, especially my audience, almost, it's 90% women, and 95% of the women are 55 and up. So I said, my audience would probably like to watch you cook. And so if you want to see him cooking, you can leave a message on one of his videos. Go to his channel and click on a video, and while it's running, leave your comment there and say, would love to see you cook. And I think we could talk him into it. It would help him with his watch time and subscribers on his video. He's got enough subscribers to be monetized. It's the watch time we're going after now, but new subscribers are always good. And I think that he would do really well with some simple recipes. I think my female, the majority of my audience, would enjoy watching that. Hit his channel, leave him comments, and tell him you want to see him cooking. Man cooking, that's what I like to think. So things are back to normal this week. Tony's working, I'm home, and we'll be working as usual. But, you know, we have things that, you know, we want to do, and it's all good, folks. It's all good. Now I'm going to upload this, edit that, and then I'm going to go see Tony, because I haven't seen him since this morning. I've been awake since 4:30. I stayed there last night. I said, I'll stay this one last night. He had to work in the morning, and I knew, and I thought I could go back to sleep, but his alarm rings at 4:30, and it's Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train. Think of the beginning of that song. That's what he wakes up to, and I wake up to that too if I'm there. on a night that, you know, he's working the next day and that's loud. And so I got up. We had coffee. He gets up and he doesn't go to work for like an hour and a half. He gets up, sits at his computer with his coffee, and I did the same. So that's fun. That's cool. So I haven't even showered today. I take a shower every morning, but I came here and I was going to shower, but I got so busy with my sale that I didn't get around to it. Now I want to get out of the apartment because I've been here all day, and I said, you know, I'm going to come over for a little bit. And I made some dip that he likes, and I'm going to go bring that to him. And I'm not going to a meeting tonight because the only one that I really would have wanted to go to is the one I used to go to, and there's a new one I could have tried, but it's 40 minutes away. I don't want to drive 40 minutes each way to go to an AA meeting. 20 minutes max. But because I am always in the house, it is nice to get out, and Tony's only 10 minutes away. So I'm going to go visit him for a little bit, not staying over, coming back here to sleep in my own bed. And yeah, so you'll see us both together on videos at times, and or, you know, see me doing a vlog wherever he is running his cars, things like that. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, it's still my channel, and I get to decide what content I bring. And it's nice that I have content that makes me happy, and that, you know, I'm enjoying life. But we don't want to hear about that. You know, you guys want to see me when I'm falling apart. That's it. That's it. I know. That's it. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye.